Welcome into Weather Channel Live on this Monday. Happy Monday, start of the week here. I'm meteorologist Molly McCollum alongside meteorologist Felicia to get you through today and the rest of this week.
Yeah, and you know what? We're talking about a lot of the same things that we've been talking about recently on repeat here. Does that look familiar? Severe storms across the plains and possibly across the southeast as well.
You know what else looks familiar is that we've got this disorganized area of thunderstorms off the coast of Georgia, South Carolina. Yeah. Could it become our next named tropical system? Sounds familiar, right?
Right. Enhancing the moisture across Florida eventually. Sounds familiar. We're going to break all of that down for you coming up. In the meantime, we're also going to talk about where we could be dealing with flooding yet again and some strong storms.
We have a few storms already starting to bubble up. You have Kansas City in play right now. You have parts of southern Minnesota, just to the south of the Twin Cities. A couple of areas that we need to watch really closely, not just right now, but for the next couple of hours, clear into the evening and even overnight. Let's take you to Nashville right now, where we have a very hot time on the Weather Channel streaming app.
Of course, 'tis summer season, it's hurricane season. We're getting into the thick of it, so we got to talk about the tropics.
We have one area that we're watching that's outlined by the National Hurricane Center, but we actually have two areas that we're watching because we need to watch off the coast of Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, that whole area. But let's start with what could become our next named storm. We do technically have an invest.
That's right. So if we did get to our next name, it would be Dexter. The season's been off to a bit of a slow start so far, and you can kind of see that here when we're talking about the accumulated cyclone energy.
But you have to say that even if we have a slow start to the season, that doesn't mean that we're going to have a slow entire season.
That's right, because we are well far away from even the peak of the season or even being halfway through the season. There's still a lot to go.
A lot to go. Let's go to off the coast of Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, an area of disorganized thunderstorms sitting along a boundary that could get some spin over the next couple of days, perhaps get some organization. Does it become our next named system? It's not likely. It's very similar to what we saw last week, but it is going to bring a lot of rain.
I mean, you can see that here. What you're looking at represented here is the atmospheric moisture and some spin with the European forecast. Everywhere that you see the reds and the oranges there, that is indicative of really high atmospheric moisture. So regardless of a development of a circulation, you're yet again getting rounds of that very heavy rain in this region.
And there are some spots that could use it, like say South Florida. We really could use some rain. We have some catch up to do. This time of year, we look closer to home for development. Certainly that's been the case as of late. But then we also this time of year start to see what's called the main development region, the MDR, start to light up with activity.
I just talked about it and said, we were far from being done. Molly and I both said, don't get lulled into complacency, because we typically do kind of stay low in terms of the number of named storms through about July. Getting through August into September, that's when you really start to see it ramping up.
Long way to go.
Yeah.
Very long way to go. This is the hurricane season forecast. You see Colorado State University there, and you also see the average that we see from year to year, and still predicting an above average season, especially when it comes to named storms.
Yeah, so moral of the story here, do not let your guard down. Now, no, this is a popular time of year for people to head out to the beach.
All of those umbrellas going to be working overtime trying to provide some shade for people. But we do have thunderstorms in the forecast too, with that area that's just off the coast, the disorganized circulation, disorganized thunderstorms. Some of that moisture is going to work its way onshore.
So that's one thing you'll have to deal with, of course. Now, when you are getting the sunshine, you'll have a nice UV index here today across portions of the south. I say nice, but what I basically mean is pretty much burn time is down to a minimum when you're talking about a UV index of 10 or 11.
So when you're into the extreme category, which a lot of us are today, that's 15 minutes or less to get that sunburn. So a lot of sunscreen, reapplication of sunscreen. I know that's easy to forget when you're out on the beach and you're having a great time. You've been in the water and then you're like, oh, wait, it's been 2 hours since I put on sunscreen.
That's right. You can see here the other part of the story. Whether it's the beach going or the tropics, the water temperatures are very warm off the southeast coast and in the Gulf.
And watch out for rip currents, especially from Daytona Beach, just to south of Vero Beach there, and parts of the Panhandle of Florida, moderate to high risk of rip currents. Be careful.